Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. You remember Jenny. So it's the day after my birthday and I kind of had a little mini vacation.
Yes.
My husband took me out of town and we just got back, so it's kind of later than when we normally go on live, but we thought we would come and check in with you anyway and just hang out with Jenny today. So what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about you being an Aries and a little bit about your business. So just as a little prelude for anyone who isn't quite familiar with Aries, Aries is actually the first sign of the zodiac. So they're known almost as the child or the beginning. They're represented by the ram, so a little stubborn. Nice horns, Rafia. Loving your horns. So it's really refreshing time because what I love about Aries season is that it truly kicks off spring. You know, so it's amazing that, you put out your whole little rainbow collection for the super bloom.
Yes, absolutely. So it starts March
20th.
20th?
21st or 20th.
Okay.
Well, so it kicks off spring, which is great, yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. So, what are you going to tell them about me that they don't already know?
Well, I'm going to read a few things out of a book that I really use for resources, one of my favorite astrology books, and I think there was a few things when I was reading it over that I was like, oh, this is very Rafia. Also kind of gives some people a gist of what Aries energy is like, and also the book focuses specifically on the day. So then I'm going to read a little bit off of your day and also read to you some other famous celebrities and people who have the same birthday as you.
Wonderful. Well, I have a lot of friends who are Aries. I don't know why, but
you just like gassing each other up.
Yeah,
it's all the fire.
Kind of, flock together. And for a long time, and I still do have many people who were born on April 9th.
Oh, interesting.
For some reason in my life, and so it just seems very
like-minded people.
Yeah, like we kind of stay together or something. I don't know.
You probably have the same reactions or emotions, or similar, not same, but similar of how you probably execute out your life and have that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So what are you going to read us?
Okay, got you. So this book is called I don't have the cover because I bought it off of Craigslist. But the book is called The Secret Language of Birthdays, which is one of my favorite books ever. It's kind of like an encyclopedia for every single birthday. And it also has an extension.
And it goes by day.
Yes, by day. So, interestingly enough, right here where it says your period is Aries 2, every single sign is kind of separated. Sun sign, your Aries, is separated into 3 sections. So kind of like the beginning of Aries season, the middle, and the end. Okay. Each one is ruled by a different planet. So yours is you're literally right in the middle. So whenever I meet people who are right in the middle of like at the very beginning or at the very end of the month, I'm always you're like a true, you're in it, there's nothing kind of neighboring you. You're truly in it. So
you're saying I'm a true Aries.
I would like to think you're a true Aries. You have still let me get to do your birth chart, but I've been secretly calculating in my corner, trying to figure out what it is. So April 4th is the day of initiative, which I think is very true because you were very initiative. Those born on April 4th have the initiative needed to bring their very unusual personalities to the forefront. Perhaps they must have this quality, for the odds are often against them. This may be because of reactions to their peculiarities, or because they themselves are their own worst enemy. So I would say your biggest fan and also your worst critic is inside of you. Whatever the case, they have to fight for what they want. The problem is that it may take them quite a long time to find out just who they are and what it is they seek. Therefore, perseverance is another quality which is important for their success. So the reason I liked this portion was because it said perseverance is important for your success. So always trying to strive through the hard times. And you are coming up on your 20th anniversary with your jewelry line. So I think that is a big, major, tangible result of perseverance.
Absolutely. I have to agree with you.
You're yes, quite. It is not only acceptance April 4th people are after, but eminence in their field. This does not mean they seek worship and adulation so much as a position of prominence in whatever they are involved in. It is downright harmful to deprive them of their inborn need to initiate and often to innovate. So that, I read that as very much like you are at your best when you're able to start something and be able to actually like execute it and see it through, which is, I think, like a big Aries thing, because I have Aries in my chart. So where Aries lands in my chart is I act like an Aries, or I have the physical energy of an Aries. But I'm very like impulsive, very quick to start things, but maybe not always finishing out those projects. So whether that means like sourcing out to other people to help you finish it and kind of keep you on track is a big thing, but impulsive energy is huge when it comes to Aries. So
I like to finish everything.
April 4th, people make fine executives and function well with others implementing their ideas. They may choose to exert their principal efforts as leaders within family or other social groups. This is very Rafia. To work for those born on April 4th is very demanding, but also satisfying, since they make clear what is expected and equally clear their evaluation of what has been done. They may be impatient, however, finding it painful to repeat themselves and insisting that they be understood the first time around. Ultimately, many April 4th people may find it most rewarding to work on their own as self-employed professionals. Here we are standing behind self-employment right here, all the jewelry. So these were like a few things that I thought were really cool and some advice. So each person on their birthday comes with sections, and there's an advice one. So it says here to learn the value of contemplation and silence. Become a better team player and discover ways to share more with others. Try to hold back, don't give everything away. Cultivate depth and sense mystery, and keep a handle on any violent, impulsive instincts. well, what's interesting about
That's very interesting.
is because Aries is a fire sign. Aries is actually ruled by Mars, and Mars's ruler is Ares, Aries, the god of war. So whether that means like, and now a lot of people take that as like, you know, like, oh, that just means anger. I'm like, well, whether it's your physical energy, how you manage your anger, your strategy thinking, and also how much of your physical like energy, like people like say like my energy is so potent, like it's just like, you know, so it's very, very potent. So like, you know, when it comes to anger with Aries a lot, it's very quick to come and very quick to leave. So there's also that as well.
Well, she only read a little bit of the whole thing, but if you're interested in learning about maybe today, there's a few people I know that have their birthdays today. And then I had another few people that I knew from yesterday as well and the day before. So if you're interested in learning any more, come see us, and maybe we can. The book is here. It's always here in our showroom. So if you want to find out about your day, come and see us.
Absolutely. And one of my favorite websites to use is cafeastrology.com for you to find your own birth chart. It is better if you do have an accurate time, but you can still do one without an accurate time and still get pretty close to what it is. Also, I wanted to mention some famous people born on your birthday. We have, I saw Maya Angelou, who is a poet and a writer. Who else was on here that I really, really liked? Robert Downey Jr., an actor. So, like, being able... Where does that sound familiar? Prison Reformer. Dorothea. But yeah, I was like, Maya Angelou, that's really cool.
I knew that.
You did?
I did know both of those.
Oh, you're ahead of my time.
They were both born on that day. But that's great. Thank you, Jenny,
for
reading that for me. I appreciate that.
Yes.
And Jenny's all decked out in her Vita Kush.
Yes, I am.
She's wearing from down here rosary to all the way up.
She's got a rosary,
snake necklace,
Taurus,
Savage. Savage, is that how?
Savage.
So she's got all hers, and then I've got all mine stacked
all these
up
stacks.
as well.
Looking like a whole stack.
So we're really highlighting just real simple gold jewelry, nameplates, and things like that. However, today for the show, we're actually going to talk about some of these very special pieces that we don't. It's a lot of work to make, so we don't make them all the time. So these 4 pieces here, I had made these for Sue Wong, who designs beaded ball gowns, and they're beautiful dresses, and she used to do all these fashion shows. So for her fashion shows, I designed these bracelets, and these bracelets I took to her office, and she was so funny, and she said, can you put it like this and make it into an earring? So that's what all of these earrings are. They were really bracelets to start with, but I turned them into earrings for her, and this bracelet right here is there. It was such a thrill, and it was wonderful to see all of this jewelry on the runway. Look at these, what a great shot of the earrings, you know. And it was a lot of work. Took me, I think, hours to make that, days maybe even. But up until the very last second of the show, she kept calling and going, can you make this? Can you make that? So I was literally making this stuff and taking it to backstage when the models were getting dressed. Okay. But it was amazing, and what a thrill, you know, to be able to participate in that. So that's what those were. And then I wanted to kind of circle back to how I started, because we were talking about, Jenny was talking about how, you know, I got started and everything. Yeah. So one of the things that happened was my husband bought me a class for a lost wax class, and that's what these are. So you make these things in the lost wax, and then you take it and have a mold made, and then that's how you keep reproducing it. So see this piece right here, this open heart necklace, this floating heart, was the first one that I made. Wow. And after I made it, one of my friends, Mickey, if you're watching, Monique Adams, she was a costume designer for Port Charles, and she hooked me up with also the costume designer for General Hospital. Oh, wow. So anyway, this piece became a regular piece that worn by an actress on Port Charles every day. And that's how I kind of got started with those two shows. Amazing. Port Charles and General Hospital. So it's funny how you can circle back into a lot of this stuff, you know, and this is a lot of work. It's not easy, but once you do it, all you're doing is remaking and casting it again. And this is one of my favorites, that He Loves Me Not, Daisy. It's great.
Plus it must be really satisfying to be able to read.
These nameplates are also that we do, in case you guys were wondering, you know. And I'm going to make a really simple little drink, because Jenny and I both don't drink. We don't partake.
Well, I can't, but yes.
So we're going to make a really simple drink. So something I'd like to, you know, kind of show everybody is that no matter what, you can feel special even if you don't eat the sugar, or you don't drink the alcohol, or you don't smoke the cigarette or anything else. You can still have something special. And so when you're out with your friends, or if your friends are coming over, you can make yourself a little cocktail that doesn't involve any alcohol in it. This is just mango nectar, and all I'm going to do is pour mostly the mango nectar in there. It's over ice, and then I have top it off with some sparkling water.
Ooh, this one's lemon.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
And look how pretty it is.
We like the fizzies.
It's pretty. I'm going to put it over here so you guys can see.
It's like 2 colors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, the fizzies.
It's beautiful. It makes you feel special, and you don't feel like you're left out, and you can still have a drink in your hand and not feel like you're not participating. So this is for Jenny, and then while she's taking a taste, do we have any questions?
Jeff said, "What does my future look like?"
Oh, Jeff, looking like
Hi,
very
sis.
watery, very unclear.
sis.
Try again later.
And then we got a comment too from Gino. Happy belated birthday. Sounds like you're still having a blast.
Oh yes, I'll be celebrating the whole month, because that's what we do.
Start to end.
Start to end.
My birthday's at the end of the month.
Yes, I'm actually, I've told Jenny I'm celebrating mine from yesterday until her birthday. And then it'll officially be
Over.
over.
Mine is celebrating since basically now till the end.
No, you should start on your birthday and then go forward.
But then it's like in May, so you know, it's almost like you're building up to the 30th, and then you're like, wow, I did all these things.
It's true. Any other questions?
We have a comment from Ashley saying that the drink looks refreshing.
Is it refreshing?
Yes, this is very quite refreshing here. On the scale of 1 to 10, it is very much a 9, and the lemon water actually, you know, mixes in very well with the mango.
I didn't bring any garnishes, but it would look really pretty with like a lemon garnish or even
Or
a
even a
mango.
strawberry, even, like-
Yeah, it would be really nice. So you can garnish with even mint or something, you know.
Ashley also says make a small sea turtle because she'll wear it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
We'll work on that. Any others?
Jeff said, would it be a 10 with rum?
Would it be a 10 with rum? Jeff, I cannot
For
tell
me.
you, but I'll
For
meet
me,
you at your
yeah.
bar. I'll meet you at your bar,
For
Jeff,
the
and
other
we can
people,
find out.
yeah.
All right, so the girls behind the camera are rooting for the rum.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny and I, not so much.
Ginger ale over here, honey.
Exactly. We're just the virgin cocktail drinkers, right?
I love a good Shirley Temple.
Anybody else? Okay. Thank you
So-
everyone for watching. We'll see you next week. Next week we have, I believe Ira Diamond's going to be on, and he is going to talk about the shoes for the homeless that cause that he is very passionate about and involved with. And then any other questions about our previous guests, please do go back and look at any of our previous videos, especially on YouTube. They're archived there. We also had Allie from Lash Club LA here last week. So there's a 20% discount card. If you come in here, you can pick one of these up, or you can just mention our show and she will give you the 20% off, okay? Thank you for watching. See you next week.
Happy Aries season, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.